Hey guys, CJ here with Rift Supremacy. Today I'm going to be covering the Assassin leveling spec. Basically your primary tree is Assassin, your secondary tree is Blade Dancer, and your tertiary tree is Nightblade. What we're looking at here is every 3 levels you will be getting an additional point, so that allows you to bounce back and forth between the Assassin and the Blade Dancer tree. The mainstay of our points will be going into Assassin initially, and then we'll fill up Blade Dancer as we progress in levels. What we're looking at here is starting out, we're going to get our first 3 levels in Ruthlessness, which increases your critical hit chance. We're going to put the 1 extra point into Combat Expertise, which increases your hit chance. Level 4 and 5 will go into Ruthlessness, thus increasing your critical hit chance even more. And level 6, we're going to put a point into Puncture. We come back over to the Blade Dancer tree for our point there, put another point into Combat Expertise. Then back to the Assassin tree, we're going to pick up Murderous Intent for levels 7 and 8, which are going to increase your physical damage output all across the boards. Level 9, we're going to put a point into Cloak and Dagger, and then come over here to Blade Dancer for our additional point into Combat Expertise. Levels 10 and 11, we're going to finish up with Cloak and Dagger, and then 12, we're going to put 1 point into Silent Footsteps. Come back over to the Blade Dancer tree, put a point into Combat Expertise there, and then head back to the Assassin tree as we're leveling. Right now we're at level 12. We're going to put level 13, finish up Silent Footsteps. Level 14 and 15 are going to be Cruel Vengeance. And then our point into Combat Expertise. Level 16 is going to be Backstab. And then 17 and 18 are going to be Magnify Pain. We come back over to the Blade Dancer tree for our additional point. We're going to put that in Reprisal there. Then moving on, for levels 19 and 20, we're going to put 2 points into Cruel Vengeance. And level 21, we're going to come up here for Improved Stealth, which is the best thing in this tree. It makes your stealth last permanently, so that's really good. Our extra point will come over here for Blade and Fury. We'll put it in there. Then levels 22, we're going to put 1 into Foul Play. 23 is going to be Subterfuge, and 24 is going to finish up Subterfuge. We'll come back over to the Blade Dancer tree, put our 1 point in Blade and Fury, and then move on back to the tree here, the Assassin tree. Now in the Assassin tree, there's a couple things you could do at this point. I recommend putting the last 25 point into Cruel Vengeance, so we'll do that. 26 and 27 are going to be in Advanced Flanking. And then we come back over to our tree here for our additional point, put a point into in the Blade Dancer tree under Strike Back, and then back over to the Assassin tree for 28, 29, and 30 level, you're going to put the points in Poison Potency. We'll come back to the Blade Dancer tree and finish up Strike Back, and then for level 31, we'll put the point into Slip Away. Now at this point, you've basically maxed out your Assassin tree. If you feel like it, there's other points you could put in here. I honestly don't recommend it. The tree that is set up here is probably one of the quickest and most efficient ways to level via Assassin. So at this point, you can start putting your additional levels and bonus level points into Blade Dancer. What we're looking at now is we're going to put a point into Sprint for level 32. And then we'll start getting Ambidextrous, which increases your dexterity. Then we're going to go with Combat Culmination for the 3 points there. And 1 more point into Ambidextrous for the final point there. And then we'll put a few points here in Deadly Dance. That's a really good skill, basically because instead of using Final Blow, you'll be using Deadly Strike as your finisher, because the Blade Dancer finisher Deadly Strike does more damage than the Final Blow one does. That's in the Assassin tree. Now we're going to pick up Flash of Steel and Counterbalance. Looking at our points here, we've got quite a bit of solid survivability and damage output. It's a very nice spec thus far, and you should be able to sneak around pretty easily and do a lot of damage to the mobs. We'll put our 25th point in the Blade Dancer tree into Blade Tempo, and then we're going to pick up Blade Hustle and Vivacity after that. Our 31 point talent in the Blade Dancing tree is Dancing Steel. it's a very, very heavy damage skill if you have more than 2 targets. So if you've got 2, 3, 4, or 5 targets, Dancing Steel is your go-to option. It does a lot of damage. We'll come back down for our 32nd point into Disengage. Disengage, basically anytime you parry or block, or I'm sorry, parry or dodge, you have this skill, which is a reactive ability, which will allow you to stun the opponent for 4 seconds. Very solid skill, very nice. Our last 3 points we're going to put into Blazing Fury in the Nightblade tree. This increases the damage of your combo point generating abilities by 9%. This basically will level you very quickly through 1 to 50 if you follow the tree exactly how I laid it out.